Millions of people have seen them on TV, YouTube, and the red carpet. But they didn't know they were hiding a truth that could change everything. From the internet-famous beauty queen who became a dangerous sensation, to the human Ken doll who shocked the world by transforming into a completely new woman. Each story feels a pang of hope when the truth is revealed. Some lived their entire childhood in the Hollywood spotlight before revealing their true identities. Some were disqualified from beauty pageants because of their past, only to return and fight to change the entire system. These aren't just the most dangerous before and after moments on the internet, but journeys that will make the world look at them in a different light. Gigi Gorgeous became one of the internet's most unforgettable transformation stories when the beloved YouTube beauty star publicly came out as transgender in 2013, sending shockwaves across social media worldwide. By that point, she had already spent years building a loyal online following through makeup tutorials, glamorous lifestyle vlogs, and deeply personal videos that made viewers feel like they were growing up alongside her. When she finally revealed her truth, the moment instantly went viral and became one of the earliest major transgender coming out stories of the YouTube era. What made Gigi's story especially powerful was that she allowed millions of viewers to witness her transition in real time. Her cosmetic journey, emotional updates, and highly personal transition videos drew millions of views because audiences were not just watching a beauty influencer. They were watching someone courageously reinvent her life in front of the world. For older American viewers, that level of honesty feels especially compelling, recalling a time when internet celebrities first began turning personal lives into public storytelling. Her visual transformation remains one of the strongest before and after stories in online celebrity culture. From her early videos as a young beauty creator to her later documentary, This Is Everything, Gigi Gorgeous, the journey feels both glamorous and deeply human. That blend of beauty, vulnerability, and reinvention is exactly why her story works so powerfully in shorts, slideshows, and high-retention celebrity videos across generations. India Moore is an accomplished actor and model who identifies as transgender and non-binary, best known for their role as Angel Evangelista in the television series Pose, assigned male at birth. Moore later came to identify outside the traditional gender binary and uses they/she pronouns. Their early life was marked by significant hardship. Growing up in an unsupportive environment, Moore left home at the age of 14 and experienced periods of homelessness. These challenges, however, did not stop them from pursuing a career in the arts. Moore began modeling at a young age and gradually built a presence in the fashion industry. Over time, they worked with major global brands such as Dior, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton, becoming one of the more visible transgender figures in high fashion. Their breakthrough came with Pose, a groundbreaking series that highlighted the lives of transgender and LGBTQ+ individuals. Moore's portrayal of Angel resonated with audiences and helped bring broader awareness to the experiences of the transgender community. In recognition of their cultural impact, Moore was named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in 2019. Beyond acting and modeling, they are also known for their advocacy, particularly in support of LGBTQ+ rights and the protection of transgender people of color. Overall, India Moore's journey reflects resilience and progress as they continue to use their platform to promote understanding and inclusion. Isis King is widely recognized as one of the first transgender models to gain national attention in the United States, and her story continues to resonate with many. Assigned male at birth, she understood from an early age that her identity was female, a realization that came with significant personal challenges. Before her rise to public recognition, Isis faced a difficult path. She experienced misunderstanding from both family and society, and at times struggled with financial hardship and unstable living conditions. These experiences shaped her strength and determination to build a better future. Her turning point came when she appeared on America's Next Top Model, where she became the first openly transgender contestant in the show's history. Although she was initially eliminated, she was later invited fighted back an uncommon decision that highlighted her impact on the competition and its audience. Isis stood out not only for her appearance, but for her confidence, authenticity, and willingness to share her story. Her presence marked an important moment in television, helping to bring greater visibility to transgender individuals in mainstream media. Following the show, she pursued a professional modeling career, appeared in fashion campaigns, and took part in various media projects. Over time, she became a respected public figure and advocate, using her platform to inspire others and support the LGBTQ+ community. Janet Mock is more than a transgender woman. She is one of the most influential voices shaping conversations about gender identity in the United States today. Assigned male at birth, she recognized early in life that she was female, a realization that came with significant personal and social challenges. Growing up was not easy. Janet faced misunderstanding and judgment from those around her, along with periods of financial hardship. Despite these obstacles, she remained determined to live authentically. One aspect of her story that often surprises people is how early she began her transition. As a teenager, Janet took steps toward aligning her life with her identity, navigating the process largely on her own and finding ways to support herself along the way. Rather than limiting her future, these experiences became a turning point. Janet went on to build a respected career as a journalist, author, and television producer. She gained national recognition for her memoir, Redefining Realness, which became a bestseller and offered readers an honest look into her life. She also made history in Hollywood, becoming the first transgender woman of color to write and direct for a major television series, including her work on Pose. Her contributions helped bring more authentic transgender stories into mainstream media. Today, Janet Mock continues to use her platform through media appearances on networks like MSNBC and projects with Netflix to advocate for understanding, dignity, and inclusion. Her story has played a meaningful role in changing how many Americans view gender identity. Jazz Jennings is one of the most widely recognized transgender individuals in the United States, and what has surprised many people is how early her story began. Assigned male at birth, Jazz expressed from the very young age, around 2 to 3 years old, that she identified as a girl. Her family chose to support her and shared her journey publicly while she was still a child. As a result, Jazz became one of the earliest transgender children to be widely recognized in American media. She appeared on major programs such as 2020 and The Oprah Winfrey Show, bringing national attention to conversations about gender identity at a young age. Rather than fading from the spotlight, Jazz's visibility continued to grow. She later starred in her own reality television series, I Am Jazz, which documented her life in an open and personal way. The show followed her experiences, including her transition, medical procedures, and the emotional challenges she faced along the way. It drew millions of viewers and sparked widespread discussion across the country. Beyond television, Jazz has had a broader impact. She co-founded an organization aimed at supporting transgender youth and has become a recognizable advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and awareness of gender identity from an early age. Today, Jazz Jennings remains an important figure in helping Americans better understand transgender experiences, especially when it comes to young people and the complexities of growing up with a strong sense of identity. Jenna Talakova is a Canadian transgender model whose rise to international attention began with a highly publicized controversy, assigned male at birth. She began living as a woman during her teenage years and completed her transition at a relatively young age. Her story took a dramatic turn in 2012 when she was selected as a finalist in the Miss Universe Canada pageant. However, she was later removed from the competition after organizers learned she was transgender. The decision quickly sparked widespread debate, with many critics calling it discriminatory and unfair. The situation drew significant media coverage across North America and beyond. Rather than stepping away, Jenna chose to challenge the decision publicly. With legal support and growing public pressure, she was ultimately reinstated into the competition. This moment proved to be a turning point. The Miss Universe organization went on to revise its policies, allowing transgender women to compete in future pageants. Jenna's case became one of the first widely recognized instances of a major beauty competition changing its rules on transgender inclusion. Following this experience, Jenna continued her work in the public eye. She appeared on television and later starred in her own reality series, Brave New Girls. Through her visibility, she became one of the early transgender figures to enter mainstream beauty and entertainment spaces. audiences. Her story is often seen as an important step forward, helping to open doors for greater inclusion of transgender individuals in international pageants and media. Jessica Alves became one of the internet's most unforgettable transformation stories after evolving from the world-famous human Ken doll into a glamorous transgender woman. For years, audiences across America and Europe knew her for the extreme surgeries that created the highly masculine Ken image-sculpted muscles, a chiseled jawline, and a plastic-perfect celebrity look. But behind that global persona was a much deeper personal truth that few people saw coming. In 2020, Jessica publicly came out as a transgender woman, instantly turning an already famous cosmetic celebrity into one of the most talked-about transition stories on the internet. The reveal shocked viewers around the world because it completely reframed the decade-long human Ken journey. What many had once seen as an obsession with perfection was later revealed to be part of a much deeper struggle with identity. Jessica herself explained that no matter how much she looked like Ken, she had always felt like Barbie inside. For older American viewers, the fascination lies in the sheer scale of the before and after transformation. Few celebrity journeys have changed so dramatically in both image and public identity. From reality television appearances to viral cosmetic updates and her later life as the so-called human Barbie, Jessica's story became one of the strongest visual retention drivers in celebrity media. It is not just about appearance. It is about the shocking moment the world realized the transformation had always been leading to her true self. Jordan Raskopoulos is an Australian comedian, actor, and singer whose personal journey has surprised many people, especially because it became public after she had already established a successful career. Assigned male at birth, Jordan first gained recognition as a member of the comedy group The Axis of Awesome, known internationally for their viral performance, Four Chord Song. For years, audiences knew Jordan through comedy and music, without being aware of her personal identity. That changed when she publicly came out as a transgender woman. The announcement caught many by surprise, as it revealed a new chapter in the life of someone they had already followed and enjoyed. Rather than stepping away from the spotlight, Jordan continued her work in entertainment. She remained active on stage, incorporating her experiences into her performances. Her comedy evolved to include thoughtful reflections on identity, presented with both humor and sincerity. This approach allowed audiences to engage with transgender topics in a way that felt accessible and human. By blending storytelling with comedy, Jordan helped create space for understanding without confrontation. Over time, she became one of the relatively few openly transgender performers working in comedy. Through her presence in media and live performances, she has used her platform to speak about gender identity in a way that connects with a broad audience. Jordan Raskopoulos' journey highlights how personal authenticity and creative expression can come together, offering both entertainment and a deeper perspective on identity. Josie Tota first became familiar to American audiences as the witty young star from Jessie, Glee, and later Champions. For years, the public and much of Hollywood casually placed her into the label of the gay boy actor, a description that never truly reflected who she was inside. That contrast is what makes her story so startling, especially for older viewers who watched her grow up on screen. What many people never realized is that Josie says she had known from early childhood that she was a girl. Even before she understood the word gender, she was telling her mother she wished she could wear dresses and be seen as female. Yet the pressures of the entertainment industry, public expectations, and fear of confusing longtime fans kept her silent through much of her childhood. The life-changing turning point came when she was 14, watching I Am Jazz with her mother. Seeing another transgender teenager's journey gave her the clarity and courage to finally say, "This is me." Within days, she met with doctors and began puberty blockers, allowing her to avoid the irreversible changes she deeply feared. Then in 2018, at just 17 years old, Josie stunned the American media with her Time essay, "My pronouns are she, her and hers. My name is Josie Tota." From that moment on, she stepped into a new chapter, no longer forced to play a version of herself that never felt real. What makes these stories haunt millions isn't just the shocking physical transformation, but the moment they finally get to live as their true selves, behind the spotlight. The before and after photos, and the sensational headlines are years of struggle, loss, tears, and courage that not everyone is strong enough to face. Perhaps that's why, when the video ends, what remains isn't how much they've changed, but how strong they've become to be themselves. Whose journey shocked you the most? Comment the name of the person that surprised you the most below if you love these kinds of shocking transformation stories. Don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next part where the transformations will make Hollywood explode even more. Which transformation shocked you the most? Gigi, Jessica, or Josie?